Cheese. All right, and welcome back to That's the Cheese, part of the Vendetta Sports Podcast Network. Today is Monday, May 31st, 2021. And today we have Manny Ruffin, part of the All Day Everyday Show podcast, making his first appearance on Cheese. So, Manny, how are you? What's going on?
I'm good, man. How about yourself?
You look like you just woke up.
Yeah, I mean, sleep's been deprived lately, but we're grinding, man. So it's all worth it.
Okay. Producer Alex, what's going on? How are you?
What's up?
It's Labor Day, by the way.
It's good to be here. Got my guy here today, so we'll see how the shit rolls.
Yeah. Well, first we have to take care of the housekeeping stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So number one,
mm-hmm.
I actually texted Alex this, thinking that Alex pulled off a Trey move. I was wrong.
I sent him the screenshot.
I was wrong. It was Manny Ruffin that's about to pull off a Trey move. So I'll just let you dive in and explain what you did today, because this was a move. I'm like, okay, Manny Ruffin, like, do I have to watch, like, oh, we go to a Phillies game, Manny Ruffin brings me back a beer, it's got a roofie in it. Next day, I'm dead. He's running the company. So these are the kind of things I'm like, oh, okay, I got to think about these things.
Nah, man, I think, like, how can I explain this? When things don't go your way or as planned or as expected, when you're working with people in business, a lot of people's first reaction is just to get them the fuck off the boat. You know what I mean? Like, if you're paddling in the wrong direction, you're not going the same way everyone else is going, get them the fuck off the boat. I think I realized is, like, the whole point of building a successful podcast, building a successful platform and all that, we need a team. So it's like, how can we manage everyone's different schedules, everyone's different problems, and still try to merge it into one to make a killer team? Instead of just moving so many parts, kicking people off, bringing people on, you don't know if the next person's gonna be that good. There's still things that everyone can contribute. Because the end goal is for me and Alex have to be knowing every single last ounce of the dirty work. You know what I mean? So we had to find a way so me and Alex can almost focus on the creative side of things as much as humanly possible, because just trying to get the podcast off the ground. I mean, Alex started off just grinding the audio and editing things up. I'm grinding every social media, editing all the social media clips. We're both trying to find guests at the same time. So it's just about finding a way to be able to balance and build a team and cater to people's strengths and cater to people's schedules without killing them, honestly. And
that's such a political answer. I love it.
Nah, man, the people that we've been able to the last couple months, in person, we've been able to work with. I'm not gonna lie, like I mean, I've been able to build a pretty solid relationship with. And some of the issues we've been having, I'll be able to empathize with personally. So it could be me being a soft guy, maybe. I don't think so. I think it's just me understanding the business, where we're trying to take it long term. It's not gonna, what we want to achieve long term isn't gonna be able to be achieved with just 3 people on a staff. So I saw it as an opportunity to be able to work something out. Yeah,
you're trying to take the lemons and squeeze every bit of juice out of it.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. That's the best answer I can give you, really. If Alex has some input, I mean,
we're like, I didn't really have this idea of going with 2 people, but when Manny came to me and said, let's like kind of do a team thing here, it just like makes sense. And I told you right before we got started, Trey.
It makes sense. It's smart. I'm impressed.
I just don't want to like burn bridges. And I know you're probably in that same boat, but it's like, this is all part of it. You know, what did Conor McGregor say in that fight against Khabib? He was like, wait when the round ended and the bell sounded, he was like, it's all business. It's all business. And it is like,
I can't run the company by myself. The more
Exactly.
things that I can delegate, the better it is for me. The more things that you can
Exactly.
delegate, the better it is for you. That's part of the reason why you're here, right? We're here to make your job easier. So
Exactly.
the more people that can support you, the better.
Yeah, and we love guys
Nah,
like Tyler. Tyler's the man. Love that guy.
facts. Shout out
Absolutely,
Tyler,
man.
man.
At Tyler_McGee. The E is the 3. Love that guy.
Yeah, he's great. Second housekeeping note. This video is actually coming out today. Doing some golf content. We got to talk about that.
Oh yeah, we did talk about that. We actually just shot our second video. When the hell was that, Manny? Thursday? Wednesday? Thursday?
Yeah, I think it was Thursday.
That was our second video that we shot, but the first one's coming out today. We shot that a little while ago, but again, a lot of these like things that we're doing is just a lot of behind the scenes work goes into it, and just like planning on how you want to get it done. Like it's not just let's go out there and let's, just go mess around.
You're a thinker, huh?
I mean, you got to put your best foot forward, especially when you're making like content like this. It's not, it's not a recorded Zoom anymore. It's cameras right in front of your face, figure it out. And personally, I never held a camera and played golf for 18 holes at the same time. Like it's hard to figure out when you want to record, when you want to. So we're working on getting somebody out there to actually start holding the camera for us, because it's just easier, because you're like, oh, I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to whatever. And then I got to grab the camera and hold the camera for this. So we're getting better at that aspect of it as we go. I mean, I already like the second video in terms of content versus the first, but the first is still good. So we're just having a good time doing it. And it's just another like outlet of content that we can produce versus just, we're not only guys that can sit behind the mic and do podcasting. We can go out there and make some other content too.
Yeah, so that's called the Tea Party, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Looks like I'm smoking a joint, but I was trying to do it like a sipping a teacup.
Yeah. It's gonna be producer Alex, Manny, and
Yes,
Sam,
sir.
right?
Shout out
Anybody else?
Sam, man. Sam was
Yeah,
like 5
yeah,
UFC articles too, man.
Yeah, so he so for the first video, we had Manny couldn't make it for that one. So it was just me and Sam. And then the second video, Sam couldn't make it for that one. So then it was me and Manny, and then we got like
You
a
just got
surprise
these
guest.
not showing
But
up
this
for work,
surprise
man.
guest literally is so fucking funny. Like I watched some of these clips back, and I'm just like, there's gonna be I'm not gonna say too much, but there's gonna be a compilation video of this goddamn kid and his funniest moments. I mean, it's just
Okay.
so
I'm
hopefully
looking forward to watching it.
Thursday, we will be shooting again, and we'll have the full gang together so we can do that. But Tyler is editing the second video, and then we'll hope to have that up next week. But yeah, we're having a lot
You
of
love
fun.
that guy, huh?
He's just
He's the
it's
man.
easy. It's easy to just this is the exact thing
So
that
we found
were
a
looking
good
for.
one, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and I mean, like,
Absolutely.
this is what Manny and I have been saying. Like, we want to have guys that we don't have to do much with or whatever. They just do it and it's fine. So like, I'll send you the content, and then maybe I get a question here and there. Oh, like, just resend this file one more time. It's not loading for me. Okay, resend it. Done.
That's
It
my
gets back
favorite
to
thing
me.
about
Like,
Sophie.
that's
I don't gotta
that's
tell her
what
what to
you're
do.
looking
She
for.
creates the rules.
That's what you're
Mhm.
looking for. That's what you want. No,
Yeah.
it's just you get it, you got it, and it's done. You send it back and it's done.
I also need to know a little bit more about this Sam Linton character. I wish he would just grow a set of balls, get like a gym membership with us so I can pick his brain a little bit. I just want to know more about him.
He's the guy. He's a cool man. I mean, I've known him since I was like 6 years old, 7 years old. And he's always been a UFC guy. That's kind of how he made his way over here, because we would always talk about it. We would always watch most of the cards together, and then just like hearing him talk about it was just like unreal. So then like when I was saying, oh, why don't you just like apply and you can just be a writer for UFC stuff? And he's like, yeah, like I think I could do that. But then he was like, I don't know if I can write like that. And we finally got him on. And then, personally, I think he's crushing those UFC articles. So
yeah, no, you're fast to retweet Sam Linton's articles, but nobody else. You don't share anybody else's articles.
Gotta support your peoples.
Yeah,
I still like the tweets. I don't have to retweet everyone.
It's retweet Sam Linton. Anybody else? Fuck them.
I like those tweets. I don't have to retweet them.
Okay. So how did all of you guys meet? You're just like Neighbors.
Nah,
I mean,
I actually really don't know Sam. At all. Like this is my first time meeting him. Um, I have like heard his name before, but we never. Me and him first time we met was when we played golf last week. And no, he's a cool dude, man. He's another goofy dude. I feel like a lot of the way we have it set up, a lot of our personalities are pretty congruent, but in different type of ways. Like me and Alex are both goofy ass motherfuckers, but he's way more energetic about it than I am. I'm more relaxed, laid back. We still come from the same vibe, and I feel like Sam's kind of like the cool medium between us two. And he's funny as fuck. So it should be a real good trio, real good thing we got going on there with that show with the golf show because I feel like it's kind of like what you guys do, you know, with the mock drafts and live NBA shows and shit. It pushes the algorithm to a whole different group of people that are still interested in sports. So if your main show, if your main product's still about sports, you can break off and attack these other sub niches and get them to come back to your show. It can be something good. So I think that's what we see here.
And I think we have it set it up. I think we have it set it up good too because like
100%.
Manny and Sam aren't like that amazing at the game, and I'm like okay.
Oh, no, I fucking suck. Oh no, I suck.
So it's
No, I
like
suck.
a good like if you want to see like bad golf and you want to see bad shots, you want to relate to somebody that's not as good, then we got it for you. If you want to see like okay shots, then like we have that too. So it's kind of just a good like Manny was saying the word medium. It is a good medium because we have that balance between okay and like not okay.
It depends what you want to. I feel like with that show, you can view it for three different reasons because you got Alex that I mean, it's a fucking 10 handicap. He's gonna do what he does in that course. And he's a fucking player. So then you got me and Sam kind of carrying around the camera. I'm just shooting this shit, getting goofy, acting like I'm talking to a caddy and all this bullshit. You can laugh at me. I feel like I'm more relatable. Because most people that play golf are around my level, they just started. You got Sam, that's probably a little bit better than me. But you got the other element of the show is like you got Alex throwing us tips and all that on like while we're playing too. So there's a lot of different reasons that can keep people in the show. You got Alex hitting the good shot. You got me chunking the shell of the ball, missing it, making a joke.
I still have my fair share of chunks though.
Correcting me and like showing me how to fix my swing or something. So there's a bunch of different elements that people could watch that show for.
Yeah, I'm in the process of booking the Vegas trip, and this guy wants to check his clubs in. He's a lunatic. I'd said I'd settle for like Top Golf. I'm not going out golfing with this guy. Not a shot.
It's okay. You can watch the videos and then you can relate.
Yeah,
you can relate to me.
What do you golfing, Trey? What's your scores looking like?
I don't golf.
Okay.
I've never been out golfing in my life. That's why
he was like saying that he wanted to go to Top Golf because he's like I could do
Top Golf.
That should be hilarious.
And I was like, well, the van's leaving, the truck's leaving to go to the course. He's hopping on.
Plus, I'm a former wrestler I broke my back twice. I don't think doing 18 holes is smart for me.
Whoa. What is that like?
It's not good. I can't touch my toes.
No.
Yeah, it's bad.
So what is it like when you break your back? What what happens? Like, can you not move?
Not really. No, not for a while.
Like, so oh my God, my fault. I'm not even trying to get sidetracked with that.
It's okay.
Like, so you just like you're just on the ground. You're just like
first time I did it, I was in like 7th, 8th grade, something like that. And I shot in for a shot, and my back just went like this.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
you can feel all that shit cracking and all that.
Yeah, I ended up finishing the tournament, and I got 8th at that stupid Mawa fucking shit. Stupid. I don't know why I finished the tournament.
I mean, neither, bro. Your fucking back broke.
Yeah,
you had to pay me.
Then the second time I did it at when I was still at Ursinus. And I was just laying on the ground. I military crawled all the way back to my room.
Oh my God.
Is there like a bunch of like PT for that? Or is it just like you got to just sit and let it like get there?
Well, half the time, like the surgery, like fucks you up worse. You could get paralyzed because they're fucking around in there. So,
Oh my God.
yeah,
The U.S. health system, man. So I'll
it's
try to
fucked.
keep you going.
Yeah.
Uh,
Last piece of housekeeping news. Now, this might even piss you off, but I don't think it's gonna piss you off. I just wanted to actually like give Alex's mom a hug. Like, I just wanted to meet her in person, like tell her thank you for the banana bread. I was a little upset you didn't want to do the in-person recording.
Oh, here he goes. Here he goes. Manny, go ahead, take this, bro.
It was only going to be a one-time thing.
why do I like? You know what, Alex? No, never mind. All right. I don't know. I don't know why we. I mean,
It's Memorial Day. We could have went out drinking. We could have been celebrating.
there's a lot of things we could have done, but high key, I don't know. Maybe it worked out better this way because I did just get off of work a couple hours ago. I have not slept. It might have been there. Yo, we did one show. We did one. I think it was our first show in the studio. I did off with no sleep.
No sleep.
Yeah,
Dude,
I
look
think-
like a zombie.
I think yeah. If you see my face in the picture, you can't tell if I'm off meth, weed, or I just like come back from a zombie apocalypse or something. So it might have been for the better that I'm on Zoom with lower quality cameras in my face because it might.
I
be
just
looking
thought it
better
would have
for
been
you.
cool. We could have went to the gym. We could have went out
No,
drinking.
I was
Went to the
you know,
Phillies game.
me and Alex. This is something for the Bats and Cheese. So me and Alex had some solid beef for about a day or two because he told me you guys were going to the gym and I got no invite.
Well, you can come.
He said we
me
had
and
some
producer-
solid beef.
Me
Fuck
and
out of
producer
here.
Alex almost went fisticuffs in his studio. He told me you guys went to the gym and all that.
Yeah.
You can come. I actually prefer a third person because this guy goes too fast. He like wants to rip out every set. I'm like, dude, I just went 30 seconds ago. I
Yeah,
don't want to.
this guy wants to be like there for 2 hours. I'm like, nope, we're in, we're out. I'm ready. Once you
It's too
go, I'm back
fast.
on there. I'm in. You know,
Like,
I'm
I just benched 255. I don't want to go again right now. You know what I mean? Like,
I can
fuck.
see Alex being like. I can see him being like that.
Like, I just did my
my.
set 30 seconds ago. Like, I'm not ready to go right now.
As soon as you put the weight up, he just hopped up. Now, you
Ep,
ready?
and then we're out.
God damn.
He
man.
goes
Now,
too
get-
fast. That's why I want a
Get the
third
work
person.
in, get the work out, and then we're gone.
I feel you, man. But you don't want to sit there and look at some booty or something. Take your time.
Well,
I was tired. We did what? We did 5 sets of bench and then 4 sets of incline bench. We got through it in 12 minutes. It's like, what the fuck are we doing
it's not
here?
even- nah, bro. You gotta chill.
I had no recovery time.
Scan the room. There's some. Man, what you in a rush for, man?
oh no, I
Come
just gotta
on,
get
Alex.
my pump goes in like 2 minutes because
my
we're already rocking and
God.
rolling. You mean?
Oh my God.
I was trying to like pause this guy as long as possible, and then we got to the push-ups, and he's like, I can't do anymore.
Yeah, I was done.
No
after
one, no
that.
one. You didn't take a break, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm
There's
saying.
no wonder why you couldn't finish the goddamn workout.
Yeah.
What's your measurables, right? Because I did see when I first seen you, I'm like, okay, this dude's in shape for a little bit. I wonder. You know what I'm saying? I wonder. What's the
depends.
measurables?
It depends. Right now, I can't do like real heavy because I've been lifting by myself for so long. So I rip out 225 as many times as I can do it. So I can do 24 for 225, but I can't go real high right now. But once we get going with Alex, I'll hit the 3 plates again.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, you
Come
doing
on
better
through.
than most,
We
man.
need a third person. He goes too fast.
Yeah, man.
Manny is a member of the Edge. He just doesn't go.
Yeah, I don't fuck with that dude no more, man.
Even
the
they
one- not the
still
one
have
by
you
us.
You don't
under
fuck with
contract.
Alex? Is that what
No,
you're saying?
he doesn't fuck with the Edge, and
Nah.
he's still under contract, so he can still go. He just goes to another gym. So the homie over here is literally paying for 2 gym memberships to only go to 1. Still mind boggles me every time this comes up.
How dedicated are you to your craft, man?
What do
I
you
had to make-
mean?
I'm very
I'm going
dedicated.
to both.
I'm very dedicated.
I had to make a change. There was too many people on the edge. I get focused on my workouts. There's too many people trying
See,
to talk
this
to me.
one's not bad though. I mean, we've been going at what, like 9 a.m.
I'm not going to
and-
Plymouth fucking meeting by myself.
Bro,
I'll go to
it's
Plymouth
like
meeting with y'all.
it's not.
I'm
that
the one
far.
that's got to drive.
Yeah, he has to drive like 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's you guys are fucking. Jesus Christ.
I'm committed. I'm showing up to Vegas, and I'm gonna look like an alien, and I cannot wait.
Yeah, bro, I've been on the same mission for about the last year, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm so slowly but surely we got to come together. But I'll tell you one thing: there's not many people that are as consistent with me as that shit, bro. Today I'm going. I slept for 2 hours. Tomorrow I'm going. Work 5 days. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. Just like the show, just like the podcast, just like the golf show, man. I see it.
Consistency.
I see everything possible for me and Alex to achieve with Vendetta because we're consistent. We're consistent. Vendetta's consistent. There's so many different things everyone has going on that I feel like there's gonna be 1 to 2 things on Vendetta that pop because there's just so much going on and so much constantly going out. And when those 1 or 2 things pop, I feel like it's gonna be just a ripple effect for the whole company. But that's just gonna take the time. And you got the ad deals coming in. We got Monkey Knife Fight. Fucking love that name.
Awesome.
Kane's making some big moves. Obviously, guys are going to Vegas. Like, there's a lot of shit going on, and I could just see like this little nucleus. One day something's gonna happen.
That's what I just wish these people would understand. Nobody gets this far in 2 years.
Exactly. No.
It doesn't happen.
Exactly. That's the one thing. You know, that's a funny thing you brought up because that's something that me and Alex talk about a lot. Because when we first got those 2 guests that were hitting the fucking gigantic bets, Kenny and Jenny, fuck man. I was telling them we were pulling. I mean, the interview with Jerry got like 194 views. That was our first YouTube video. Our Instagram clips were the reels on Instagram were all clips in like 1,600, 1,700 views. The impressions we were getting on Twitter were huge. And I was trying to tell him, I was like, dude, for what we've done, and goddamn, Alex, how long have we been doing this for?
Yeah, like since
4 months.
End of January, maybe.
Like 3 months.
February.
Like the shit we've been able to do in 3 months are places that people like want to be in 8, 9 months up to a year. So we're just getting our heads right for the ebbs and flows of this industry. Because I mean, shit, we're here for the long haul. And there's going to be ups and downs, man. I mean, you're creating content, you're dealing with people. There's going to be two things that have high risk, high reward, and inconsistencies and ebbs and flows. But if you're cool up here and you can just see that end goal, you just keep seeing it. None of that shit's gonna be able to throw you off track. And that's one thing I've been trying to instill in everyone on our team is just like just stay even keel about everything, man. Never get too high, never get too low, just stay to the plan. I know it's gonna take time. I feel like all that's gonna work out, but there's no doubt in my mind.
Oh yeah.
I get excited because when I look at the stats every once in a while, and it's like, okay, where were we during the month of May a year ago? Mm-hmm. And then I look at the month of May this year, it's like, oh, well, we tripled it. And we've been doing it every single year across the board. Mm-hmm. So I try to tell people this, but like like in my head, when I first started this was a 5-year, 6-year, 7-year project. And I wanted to be by myself. Right. And I wasn't going to bring anybody on until I was there at that point. So the fact that, I mean, we have way more people than I thought we would, but this idea that we're pulling in the amount of views to where Monkey Knife Fight's like, yeah, we'll invest in them.
Right.
2 years deep is it's something.
100%, 100%, man. It's all about seeing it and just taking the necessary steps to go after it. I never doubting the vision, man. Just going after it and getting it. And I feel like it accelerates you more when you have a team of people that just have the same, like, I mean, everyone you have on Vendetta, man. I mean, I haven't been able to meet and talk to everyone, but the people that I see popping up the most, people that I see making those content, writing those articles, I feel like they all have that vision, man. And it's not like, I mean, Alex was telling me one day, oh, bro, like, they're the next Barstool or they're the next this, they're the next that. So like, yeah, I see what you're saying, but I feel like what Vendetta has going on is something very, very different than any other media outlet.
Well, that's good.
Exactly. That's what I mean. It's not something that, I mean, bro, if you fucking look at the YouTube, there's just a bunch of different shit up there. Whatever you like, if there's something for you up there that you like, I promise you. There's some show. If you're not into podcasts, you're into mock drafts. If you're not into mock drafts, you're into sitting there live talking shit about the games. If you're not into that, you got a show about that some cheese that's just spilling the tea of the company. If you're not into that, you can listen to Tanzania. If you're not into that, you can listen to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's a bunch of different things.
And then you got Jackson Law, who does 50 gaming series.
Exactly. exactly. I was gonna say the highest view video on that channel is the Dynasty video, and this is like, bro, they got so much shit going on. Something's got to catch. Something's got to pop. There's something for everybody here. I mean, we're about to start a fucking golf show. God damn it, we could add one more thing. Like, someone want to play tennis? What the fuck? Like, I don't know what's next, but there's a lot of shit going on there that's congruent with the vision. Now I can just see how this is gonna pop off, man. I can just see it.
Well, it goes back to your point of like the consistency thing, because like there's consistent content going out every day. And for a complete example here, today is Memorial Day, so Trey gave everybody off, and he's the ones that is getting the posts out. So like that's just another thing. It's Memorial Day. It's a holiday for most people, but the content doesn't stop. It just keeps going and going and going.
Shit
I don't stop working.
Shit don't stop.
Yeah. Last question, and then we can talk some sports, I guess.
I
What
forgot
are your thoughts on my leadership qualities within the company? Do you think I'm a crazy person? Do you think I'm a complete and utter psychopath? Do you actually like what I do?
When I first got on the show, I mean, yeah. When I first got on the show and absolutely wrong part of Vendetta, I was very, very skeptical of you. I'm like, how the fuck does this man have 45 people under his wing, unpaid, doing everything he wants us to do? You could ask Alex. I was like, bro, I'm here, but I'm watching this fucker.
Yeah, he was a little sketched.
I think you peeped it when we had the one Zoom call, and I was like, dude, how the fuck are you doing this? How do you have 45 people on?
Yeah, that was like last week.
I don't know. But over time, I've seen there. There was one message. I think I was in the Slack for I think maybe 3 weeks, and there was one message you sent out that I was like, I actually kind of fuck with this dude. It was like you're like, hey everyone, I don't ask for much. I know you guys have jobs, wives, kids, you're in school, you have sex, you party, all this. Like I don't ask for much. Something. Just work with me.
Yeah, just tell me what you're doing.
Tell me what you're doing, and I'll work with you. I was like, I like this guy, man. I can see why he had these people working under him, man. And over time, it started building and building. Let me see. When we hopped on that,
Why would get texts from Manny like as time progressed, and he would just be saying things like, I'm liking Trey more and more. Like,
yeah,
I understand. I understand where he's going with this. I
remember a lot of the exact events, but there was just a lot of text and some shows. Like I remember when I first saw That's Some Cheese. I was like, we were having a conversation in our group chat with the show, and I was like, dude, I like the show. I think I like where this is going. I like the idea, because I was telling him.
Because it's the company timeline, essentially.
I was telling him, I was like, this is like putting $10 on Bitcoin when it was like 5 years ago. You never know what can fucking happen. People, there's not like, if you see yourself being a big media sports group, people kill to hear with like the drama that's going on, and whatever the fuck is going on in the company. If no one else is doing it. So
right.
if you find a way to be able to do this efficiently and make good content with it, and have it to be able to where people in the company can come talk about what's going on in the company without fuckers getting butthurt or crying and calling producer Alex a douchebag and coming at his well-being and shit. It could be something that it could be something that's really good for views and like clickbait shit down the line. I really see where you're trying to go with this, but I went off on a fucking tangent. But I just would be able to see what you're trying to do with this over time. And just how you talk to people, how you handle situations, how responsive you are, bro. I don't even know you fucking work. He told me the other day. He told me you actually work. Because I was like, what does Trey do? There's no way like, this fucker like does this all day. Like, what does he do? And he was telling me that you work and shit, and he was just breaking it down to me. I was like, yeah, he's a fucking hustler, man. I like this guy. I see a lot of similarities between me and you. And I think when you find someone like, I don't know. It took me a while. Also, when I hopped in the group, I wanted to just kind of demonstrate my value more than speak on my value. I just wanted to focus on me and Alex producing the best content we possibly could. I mean, I'm competitive as fuck. I want to have the best show on Vendetta. I want everyone else to have a good too, but I'm a competitor. I like raising the bar for myself and exceeding and absolutely shitting on expectations. So I mean, I was just really been focused on that. as the show grew and I seen how just cool people are. I mean, what's the one guy's name, man? God damn it. The dude that's in the podcast chat, he gives all the feedback, Alex.
Oh, Chad.
Chad.
Shout out Chad, man, because that's a good dude, bro. He gets all his honest feedback to everybody show. But I've seen just people like that, people like Jackson, people like Kane, Sophie. I don't know so many names. Alex Chick, because we had that one conversation the one day about the article. He's a funny dude as well. I like him. There's a lot of cool dudes, a lot of people that I like in this company, including you. And over time, it really grew on me. And I really like where we're at here, man. Honestly, I feel like we got something going on here. Sorry, I went on a fucking weird ass tangent.
No, it was good. It was good. This is what the show's about.
Right. It all comes back to the center of me liking you, Trey.
We're gonna have to go to a Phillies game or something. We'll figure it out.
Facts.
But only when Zack Wheeler's pitching.
I love it. Yo, you know what's funny? You had Alex on Mass and Cheese, and you were having a Zack Wheeler debate, and I was trying to tell him like, no, Zack Wheeler's the fucking truth.
He's
and
dog.
I got out of Alex in the car, right? That you said you admitted it, right? It was in the car. What were we doing, Alex?
Oh,
it was like a couple days ago.
This is a development.
Was it not a couple days ago, Alex?
No, I just said that Zack Wheeler is good. I knew
he's a dog.
He's insane.
We said okay. I thought
because it was after when he shit on the Red Sox and on that Sunday day game.
Yeah.
12 Ks, and then what was it? It might have been. I think it was 2 days ago. He set his career high at 14 Ks. I mean,
yeah, bro, he's a fucking
nasty.
He's been our best pitcher for 2 years.
What's crazy though is for Phillies fans, it was always Aaron Nola, and then now.
Well, I think Aaron Nola is good.
Yeah,
but I like to brag about this one because I wrote it had to be like a 3,000 word article about how Zack Wheeler was undervalued on the free agent market. You have to sign this guy.
Mm-hmm.
They gave him the bag too.
Well, they paid him, but he should have realistically, the way he's performing, gotten way more.
Yeah, totally.
Definitely got a deal for a number 2. I wasn't big on Zach at first, honestly, not at all.
I wrote this 3,000 word article. I might have to link it in the description about how the Mets were fucking him. All of his the way he was throwing his pitches during certain counts were fucking him. The pitchers weren't helping him out with the frame calls. That Rio Muto was a big upgrade over Wilson Ramos. I went in on his post.
Oh yeah, yeah. It seems like it should all be working out for the Phillies, right? We're fucking 26 and 26 right now.
That whole division's kind of a mess.
What did Bryce Harper say at the beginning of the year?
I went on wax. Best
division in baseball.
We had I said the same fucking thing as Bryce. We had our MLB preview show, Alex. Remember that shit? And
I do.
It's gonna be us and the NL West. Those are the 2 toughest divisions of baseball. And we both have the most consistent teams. And I mean, we do have the most consistent teams. We're just all consistently average.
Yeah, and especially Atlanta without Soroka. That stings.
Yeah, that's tough for them. But I don't think
the AL East is the best division of baseball.
Who's taking it? I mean, I can't. The Mets might have the best trio of pitchers in baseball. I don't think it's close. I mean,
It's hard to bet on the Mets. They find a way to met it up.
They do find a fucking way. They do find a way. But I can't remember. No, all right. I was about to lie. I was gonna lie. I was gonna say I can't remember a 3-headed snake.
The favorites still have to be.
It's good.
The favorites still have to be the Dodgers, though, right? I haven't looked at the odds for betting or anything on what the.
Well, I don't know. I keep hearing all this.
The Padres they're there, man. The Padres are there, man. I don't know.
Here's a good question for you, Trey. Right now, and I had this. I think I might have asked you this, Manny, the other day, but right now, Tatis or Acuna? I'm talking about not
this motherfucker.
I'm talking about in the season, this season, not the player.
You are this
season. This season only.
Crazy.
I think there's only one guy I'd take ahead of Tatis, and that's Juan Soto. I'd take Juan Soto, and I'd take Tatis.
See, I'm kind of an Acuna guy this season. I'm not kidding, and I think Tatis is the drippiest dude in the league, but I think I don't know. Personally, I think I'm liking Acuna.
Juan Soto's on base 50% of the time.
That's true.
Yeah,
I
but I
think
mean, like, it's a shame that like he's not really discussed because the Nationals just
Yeah, but
aren't it.
he's not the athlete that Acuna is, but he's on base every single time.
Yep. Nah, Juan Soto's legit. I'm an Acuna guy. I'm really a Tatis guy, but the thing about I think Acuna's playing better baseball so far this year. And I think Tatis gets that little gets a little extra from the media and the fans and shit because first of all, San
I love
Diego.
him.
I love him too. San Diego's back on track. I mean, he has all the I don't want to even say antics. He's just like a fun dude. One of the
I don't
coolest
think
guys
they
in-
would be that good without him, though.
What's funny? No,
Not
I
at all, not
agree.
even close.
What's funny is like when you think like, oh, there's a separation between Acuna and Soto and those players like that versus Tatis. Just when you think there's that separation,
He comes
he
and
hits a
hits a 3-run
three-run
bomb
homer
in
in the top of the ninth to tie the game
He
against
skips his way
Houston
around the
Astros.
bases.
And then, I was watching that and I remember saying that these exact things about Tatis and about Acuna, and I'm like, all right, well, let me just take a few steps back because he's still there. He's not going
Well,
anywhere.
Can we pause for a second? Because we're talking about like the best players of baseball. I haven't once heard the number 50 on the Dodgers.
Nah, Mookie's up there.
Well, he's hitting 240.
Mookie's definitely up there. Also, I don't.
Well, he's hitting 240 though.
Yeah, that's very true. I feel like I don't know what's going on in LA, man. Because they're not playing bad.
Oh, he's feeling himself. He's too cool for school.
I don't think any of them. I think a lot of them are too cool for school right now, man.
He's got too much swag. He don't care. Gets paid $450 million.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got the money now. Let him live.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope he turns to the next Carl Crawford.
He got another ring. He's chilling.
Big facts, man.
What do you think about big Albert Pujols there, Trey?
Jesus Christ.
He had a dinger. I mean, there's a team that's trusting him to play.
He's hitting like 210. He should have been cut 3 years ago.
Did you like the move? Or did you see you just like get him out of here?
No. He should be out of baseball. Him and Miguel Cabrera should be done.
This might be a if the Dodgers win this year, that is the perfect storybook ending for the boy Albert Pujols. Literally. Couldn't get any better.
Who cares?
No, it's
Who
not.
cares?
The perfect storybook
ending. It's a ring,
ending
and then he says, "All right, I'm out, guys."
Fuck the ring. He should have finished his career in St. Louis, man. You see Nolan Arenado in that one interview, he's about to fucking cry because he couldn't play with his idol. Fuck going to the Dodgers and getting the ring, bro. He should have went back home and went on his high horse. But that's just my opinion.
I think the perfect storybook ending.
He's taking a Chase Utley way out.
The perfect storybook ending would be if the Red Sox play the Dodgers in the World Series again, and Alex Verdugo just goes nuts. That would be the perfect storybook ending.
Nice.
Well, Red Sox still have to get there first. So.
Yeah,
well, I just remember I actually think I watched your preseason baseball thing, or maybe it was a little bit after.
I remember shitting on the Red Sox, right?
I
shit on the Red
remember
Sox. We shit on the Rays.
We shit on the Rays bad. Give me credit,
nasty.
bro. Give me credit, bro. I did say the White Sox are going to be dangerous, top 5 team in baseball, and whatever.
Well, they're nasty. Their manager's just an idiot.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'll take full credit for that. I mean, I personally, even right when the beginning of the season started, I was like, "There's no way that the Red Sox are doing this right now."
You guys forgot that Alex Moore is worth 15
my doubts
wins.
were like all the way down, and the same with the Rays too. I was like, they got rid of everybody. They had their moment to shine, and now it's gone.
We definitely both said the Rays suck. That is very true.
And I was saying that the Red Sox weren't going to be ready for another.
We should go back to that. We should go back to that little segment, like at the All-Star break or something.
Yeah, and play like with one of the sound effects that makes us look like morons. Because that was.
So what I'm hearing is, producer Alex, that you're actually taking the Red Sox seriously now. This is a big step for you.
I was just going to say that I was wrong. But look, I've been wrong about a lot of things. I told you. I said, shut the fuck up. I said, Nick Chubb was not an NFL caliber running back.
My final four is Oklahoma State, Texas. What else did you fucking have in there?
Baylor, and Gonzaga. I had chalk. I had chalk.
Yeah,
I had chalk. 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 I had c in there.
You've been wrong about a lot, man, since we've been on the show.
Yeah, wait until Nick Chubb, like you actually see the light and you're like, oh, he is better than Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, see, that is where
I can't
I
wait for that.
draw the line.
What the fuck did you just say?
I draw the line there.
What
do you
just
mean?
say?
Nick Chubb's better than Barkley. Absolutely.
Manny, can you take this, brother?
I'm waiting for that light. Like he's
no shot. And this is what's funny.
Don't get twisted. Because people are gonna think I don't think Nick Chubb's a top 5 running back in the league. Nick Chubb's top 5, top 3, definitely on the fringe. What are you? So okay, this is my question. What is your rankings then? What are your top 5 running backs?
Top 5 running backs?
Because if Nick Chubb is over Saquon Barkley, you're saying that Nick Chubb is the second best running back in the league?
Do you think Barkley's first?
He's second.
Who's first?
Second, he's CMC.
Yeah, I agree.
CMC right now. It's CMC, Barkley, and in my opinion, you could throw in a lot of names at 3. You could throw in Chubb. You could throw in Derek.
I would go Dalvin Cook too.
Dalvin Cook, you could throw in there.
I would go Nick Chubb 3, Derrick Henry 4.
Okay.
Does Kamara make your 5? Does Kamara make your 5?
No, Kamara.
I need to look at the teams.
Kamara's not top 5, and the thing that's holding Kamara back from being top 5 is he definitely is an all-purpose back, and but he doesn't carry the load as much as the other guys in the top 5 do. He's had the luxury of having a very solid 2 running. No, listen. Has he not had the luxury of having a very solid 2-back game? I mean, compare him to CMC, Barkley,
Chubb.
Chubb, I'm saying
Kamara.
Alvin Kamara. I can't put him in that top 5 over these guys because he hasn't had to been the one guy like these other guys in the top 5 have been over time.
Well, producer Alex is going to be wrong about this one, but he hates J.K. Dobbins, and he's going to be a monster.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been. Dude, I loved him. I loved him in Ohio State, and I had him on my fantasy team. He kind of let me down.
He averaged 6 yards a carry as a rookie.
What are you?
He's going to be good. I mean, he's going to be really good.
No, he's going to be really good.
I just I faded him after I struggled with him on my fantasy squad. It's all right. I still love him though.
Well, that's your nickname.
Well, watching him do those things in Ohio State, I was like, this guy should have been drafted like higher than he already was. And then
he's better than Zeke.
I think so too. I think Ezekiel Elliott is.
I think Zeke's just lost a step.
Yeah,
because
you can't sit there and say he's done.
It's not Zeke's fault.
He's off the beaten path.
They said Mark Ingram could I forget what it was. There was some crazy stat. Mind you, Mark Ingram's been carrying the ball for 10 years. Zeke's been carrying it for 5. They said something like if there was a 2-to-1 ratio,
they ran him into the ground.
Yeah. Like the amount of carries he has in 5 years is just disgusting.
People were actually. I remember these like reports coming out when Derrick Henry was first starting to come into the league because it was like how many times he got the ball at Bama. If they fucking do that in the NFL, he's gonna same thing. He's just gonna get run into the ground.
Vrabel's doing it. So,
but he really didn't get run into the ground until like the last 2 years.
Yeah, and especially the playoffs. If you look at his carries, he doesn't really. He'll touch 30, maybe once or twice in the regular season. He'll touch like 26, 27 carries, but then when it comes playoff time, Vrabel.
Well, that's why I was nervous about that first season with Saquon. I mean, those first couple of games was like 26, 28, 30, 25.
And he's catching the ball. He's catching the ball at the backfield too.
Yeah,
that's the reason why Saquon's my number 2 because I firmly believe and I was a big Penn State guy when he was there. Now this is a hot take and people he's a top 5 receiving back in the league as well.
Well, he can catch, yeah.
He's got to be there. If you're top 5 at running the ball and you're top 5 at catching, you got to be.
He's an all-purpose back. I mean, it's as simple as that.
You got to be top 3. Like
I still think I think Dalvin's way better in the receiving game though.
Really, I think Dalvin's better in the screen game.
Yeah,
but can Dalvin split out like Dalvin can split out, but I think Saquon has a little more wiggle on the edges out the slot. He can run. I think his route tree out the slot and things like that are a lot deeper than Dalvin Cook's. Honestly, I really see a lot of Dalvin Cooks, a lot of screens, a lot of speed outs, a lot of those angle routes. You'll see Saquon run a route tree, man. You'll see Saquon run a wheel. You'll see him run a nice 3-step slant. You'll see
I just
him do a
think if
couple
he
things.
had smaller quads, nobody would talk about him as much.
I feel you. I definitely feel. You ever seen that video of him power clean 405?
Yeah.
I think,
Like
yeah.
it's nothing.
That shit is crazy.
But then what was that at the end of the season when there was pictures of Nick Chubb that went out too of his quads, and then they were like he was like, oh, like mine are bigger or something like that. I was like, I'd like to see this be.
They
like,
had the same bench number at the combine. I remember
it's
that.
like squat off or something.
Yeah, what they were getting lineman numbers then too. It was like
Yeah.
20, high
28, I think.
Yeah, it was 28. Freaks, man. Little freaks.
Are you a hockey guy?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm a big Fly Guys guy. I started watching hockey again like probably 3 weeks ago because of playoffs. Like I'm not.
It's okay. Trey was in that boat too. Like if he didn't do fantasy hockey,
I'm a hockey expert now.
Nah, I don't. Bro, every year, right? I'll tell myself, all right, like this is the year you're getting into hockey, like you're getting into it. You know what I mean? Like you're watching every game, like not just your team.
Well,
like
I understand that because it hurts when your team's not in the playoffs.
No, yeah, it's that, and I don't know if you know Trey, but I'm a huge soccer guy, like huge soccer guy. So there's a lot of parallels between soccer and hockey. So I went to a game last year. I went to my first hockey game last year. Day after my birthday with my boy. We went to the Flyers Bruins game. Flyers won 3-1 at home.
Had a little dig there, Trey.
I loved everything about the game. I realized that TK was my favorite player, man. And I was like, I'm really about to get into hockey. And I think what it is for me for hockey, sitting there when the stakes aren't high on my couch watching it, just doesn't hit. But when I'm in the stadium, like that,
I've never been to a game. I want to go to a game.
Oh no. It's one of the best. Like it's probably up there with me with a football game. Like football, it's like right up there with football and basketball for me. Probably right with baseball. Honestly, just because baseball is really just a chill event. You know what I mean? I get to go out there chill.
Big soccer guy. That's interesting.
Huge.
I really like FIFA. I like the video game.
Baby. Oh my
God, it is funny because
good.
that's like where when we have different segments on the show, like when we did a Super League segment, it was easy for me to be like, all right, you take this. Like, go ahead.
There's a FIFA series on the YouTube channel of me playing the game.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Never seen it. That's funny as shit.
I love that game. That's my favorite game.
It's a good trade-off for strengths because like I don't know anything about because that's what remember when we had that conversation. I was just like maybe I'm just like naive and I just
Chelsea Champions League champs.
Chelsea Champions League champs, and then Sergio Aguero just is walking from City today.
Yeah.
Today the news broke out that
I try to keep up.
He's going on free transfer to Barcelona. That's crazy.
And the dude from Hershey, Manny.
Yeah,
Pulisic.
that is just that's insane, man.
It's cool as hell.
I have boys that play with him.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. Bro, you know, Alex, Charlie used to tell me back in the day. He played with Pulisic when they were really young. Like
yeah,
the Union Academy teams and all that shit. He's like he remembers Pulisic being around.
Do you know if Trusty had ever played with him?
Nah, I haven't talked to Austin. I haven't talked to Austin in a long time.
You guys like Hershey Park?
Hershey Park's cool.
Manny in 8th grade, Manny actually made me go on my first roller coaster.
Yeah,
I'm not kidding.
Broke this man fear roller coasters, man.
I don't like him either.
Papa Cherry. You don't like what did you not like? Why?
It was just so funny. We were 8th grade field trip. We get there and he was like, "You're riding with us. Like we're going on every one the entire day." And we hit everything.
I've only ever been there for wrestling states. That's it.
So funny.
It's
a good place. We've been there a lot. We're not that. We're like what, an hour and a half from that place? Maybe.
Yeah, you gotta go to Six Flags, man. Six Flags got some wild shit.
I live right next to Dorney Park.
I didn't know that. Man.
I went there as a kid.
I am a Dorney Park guy. I am a Dorney Park. Dorney Park's probably the one I've been to the most, honestly. I'm a Dorney Park guy.
I could probably walk there
a lot.
You could walk there.
Probably, yeah.
You might have to shoot some content about it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm always thinking about content, man. Content.
Yeah, that's the way to go. I guess before I let you go, do you have any basketball stuff for me? I
Oh
don't
my
know.
God, we didn't even get to it. Hey Alex, why don't you lock in that $100 bet on the series, man? After game one, after the Knicks won, after the Knicks tie the series up. You know,
Ooh.
I did tweet you and I did tag you after you tried to expose me on Twitter about me saying 44 and a half isn't going to cut it. So I responded and say, how about we bet $100 in the series? And I didn't hear anything. And now the Hawks are up 3-1. Would you like to
Yeah.
speak on that, producer Alex?
I mean, it's just so fucking frustrating to
Dude,
watch that they can't
I think we got him
because
five.
because
You said it
yo, and here's the
on the
thing.
airways.
Everybody can get on me, but
I
I wanted to root for my team and say Knicks in 5, okay?
That's
Bold
your
ass
biggest
statement.
problem.
That's your
I wanted to
biggest
root for
problem.
my
That's your biggest
team,
problem.
okay?
The Celtics, I flushed them. See you later.
Okay.
You could have said Knicks and you're a Celtics fan?
Yeah.
I knew I didn't fucking like you when I first got on the thing. You could have said Knicks in 7. You could have said Knicks in 6.
I
Said
felt
Knicks in
it.
5.
I felt it.
Julius Randle. Randle is
the stars were aligning
Julius
though
Randle.
because
Julius Randle is selling his dick in the playoffs.
no, he
You
is, but
understand that?
the stars were aligning
Looks
because
lost.
in 3 games against the Hawks this season,
What scars?
Randall averaged 32 points. And then he comes in here and he's barely scoring 15.
My
so,
favorite is there's a
obviously
video
something's
out
not
there
right.
of the Knicks fans after they win game 1, like, we want Brooklyn. We want
I never said
Brooklyn.
that. Okay, I never said that.
What?
I never said
Yeah,
that.
there's a video out there of the fans at MSG doing that.
Well, there was
You're
the
not
one
gonna-
when they won the game, they were outside MSG like having a big ass party like they
Yeah.
won this chip. It was just so funny. And they're just like, "Go New York, go New York, go." And I'm like, "Yeah."
Loser mentality, man. That's loser mentality.
Hey, here's the problem. They
You're not
can't
going to go too far in 2021 if Derrick Rose is your best player.
can
Only
we just
so far
can we all just agree that you can't win a game against this team when they're shooting that well from 3? They don't miss.
Oh, I mean, somebody's gonna beat the Brooklyn's Philly's gonna
mean,
smash the Hawks.
Manny, if the Hawks go and have to play the Sixers in the next round, you have to be a little bit worried about the perimeter defense
About what?
in Hawks shooting 3. I mean,
I have 3 players on my team that could be first team All NBA. What am I worried about? What am I worried about?
I don't think they're gonna like. I think they're still gonna beat them if they move on.
Thibault will
if the
snatch
Hawks,
up little Trae Young.
What am I? Ben Simmons going to have him in breakers. What am I worried about?
if the Hawks move on, like it's not gonna be like this Wizards series, but
yes, it is. They might win 1 game. The Hawks might win 1 game.
I agree.
The Hawks might win 1 game.
see, maybe I'm just underestimating this, but dude, like
bro. I mean,
they're losing because they get it. There's 2 reasons why the Knicks are losing these games. In the 3rd quarter,
They're
or
not that good.
right at the end of the 2nd quarter, they decide to let a big run happen. 22-3 was game 3. 22-3.
Where is
the half.
they're not that good and they're not ready.
not that good, bro.
And they can't defend the 3. Everyone on that team is hitting 3s. Everyone on that team is hitting 3s.
You guys aren't that good. You're young and you can't score. If Derrick Rose is your best scorer in 2021 in a playoff series, bro, you're fucked.
They lose game
There's nothing.
3. They lose game 3 because Julius Randle can't score and RJ Barrett can't score. And those are the 2 of the scorers. So when you have Derrick Rose leading, and Derrick Rose is supposed to come off the bench. For him to start, that's just another a strategy. It's another strategy that's off the table because now he's starting. So I don't know. It's just so frustrating.
Alfred Payton doesn't do it for you?
Well, he hasn't even touched the floor since
Frankie Smokes doesn't do it for you?
Since Derrick Rose was the
really
starter.
Like that whole Knicks fan base was so excited about their team making the 4th seed. I'm just sitting there just letting them have their moment.
I mean, like
that's how I feel.
I've never seen a fan base so excited about a bad team. It's just a bad team, not a good team.
I flushed the Celtics.
No, they're excited because their team's in the fucking playoffs. Okay, that's why.
No, that's not.
8 years later, their team's excited. Their fan base is excited about their team getting in the fucking playoffs.
I was hearing Knicks.
That's what it is.
I was hearing the Knicks
Shut
by
up.
the Hawks. They get scared of Sixers. I was hearing and I was hearing it. I was really.
I was hearing, we don't want Durant.
No,
we don't want
this
Kyrie.
is a choke. Essentially, this is what it is. Okay. Julius Randle is selling. How the hell do you score 32 in fucking 3 games against the Hawks and you can't even get 15, or you're barely getting 15?
Everyone realizes that Julius Randle, no matter what's happening, if it's the end of the world, if it's a zombie apocalypse, he's going back to his left hand.
Well,
So what
what's going to
do?
piss me
He
off
just
is
throw defenders at his left hand, and when he tries to go behind the back to his left, he doesn't know what to do. He can't pass out of a double team. He can't knock down a fadeaway mid range jumper right now, which was usually his thing.
what's going to piss me off is if they lose this series, then it's going to be like, oh, that's why they lost. They have no playoff experience. Julius Randle can't play in the big time moments. The whole team has no experience. Noel has the most playoff experience. Oh,
my squad had to go through it, man. My squad had to go through it. It's all about the growing pains, but you're a Celtics guy, Trey. So what you think about Jason Tatum? $50? What the hell?
I like Jason Tatum. The problem is they don't have any ball distributors. They're never going to be good until they get one.
That's I don't know.
It's Tatum. Let me get my turn. And okay, now Brown, it's your turn. Up. It's Tatum, my turn. And let's have Kemba Walker dive into 3 different guys and throw up some terrible layup.
I like your big three. I like your big three. I like your big three almost just as much, if not more.
I hate him.
Wow.
I hate him.
Wow. Mind you, this is a dude that played on a torn, I think it was a torn hamstring or torn quad feel in the playoffs last year to try to make the push. That's the whole reason why he's struggling this year, because he played in the playoffs hurt, literally hurt. Had to get surgery in the offseason, came back slow. Kemba's a dog, man.
I used to like him before he got to the Celtics.
Kemba is a Boston Celtic. Like, I don't know. When y'all got Kemba, it's like I seen the 08, 09 Celtics, 2010 Celtics game be built again. They have a dog at the point, a pure scorer. They got the defensive stop.
His knees are shot, and he wears those stupid Yankees hats to every one of his post game things, and it drives me up a wall.
He might be the drippiest player on the Celtics. If there was a first team all drip, I think he'd be on it.
When he wears those Yankees hats post game, it drives me insane.
You don't like it?
He's representing the city of Boston. Stop putting the Yankee hat on.
What do you think about Jason Tatum carrying around Deuce after every game?
I don't mind that. It's a skid.
You don't mind it?
Whatever.
I think he's fishing.
fishing.
I think it's for the ladies.
Maybe.
I like it though. I don't know. I was funny. I was talking to my dad one day, and obviously we both hate the Celtics, but I was like, dude, this is probably one of my not even one of my. This is probably my favorite Celtics team they've ever had. The one I hate him, but I actually can watch and appreciate him. I actually kind of like the Celtics. I like the players.
This was the year from hell.
This was the year from hell. I mean, you guys deserve it after last year. All the shit that Celtics fans were talking about sweeping the Sixers after we didn't have Ben Simmons and we had Shake Milton. We had Shake Milton as a primary ball handler, and mind you, when Ben Simmons played last year, we won the season series 3-1. So I don't know where all that hype was from. And then he gets hurt. Obviously, you guys are gonna sweep us. So I really wanted to see the Celtics this year with the stakes high, but I mean, we'll see it next year. You guys are at full strength. Get them out of here in 6.
I still think Brooklyn's gonna win the title.
I think the Bucks and the Nets are going to 7.
Really?
And I think they're going to 7. I think we're getting the Hawks out of here no more than 6, and we're gonna have a long time to rest for the Nets. And I don't know, man. I'm afraid. I'm afraid of them.
But you're a believer.
I'm a believer. I'm a believer. That 50-point bomb from Tatum showed me a lot, because Joel Embiid need 50 points every night? No. But if Joel Embiid can play very well, have 35. Tobias Harris having his best run. He's probably his best year.
Doc Rivers is the Tobias Harris whisperer.
He definitely is Tobias Harris. If Joel Embiid can average a 32 ball, 33 ball for the series consistently, if Tobias plays his best series, averages maybe 24 and 8, Ben gets a little more aggressive and does some things right. You got Danny Green hitting shots, Seth Curry hitting shots. I could really see us taking them far. And if we get them in a rough, hard series, I mean, we play good defense, physical basketball. I don't want to speak something into existence, but I mean, maybe KD gets banged up.
That's a reasonable answer for a Sixers fan.
Maybe Harden gets banged up. I think that Nets team at full strength, fully healthy, I don't think we have a shot. We can make it interesting, but I don't think we have a shot realistically. They have too many weapons. But if one guy gets banged up or one guy gets
Kyrie discovers the earth is a different shape and he goes off.
Exactly. Maybe Dwight Howard does a little hard foul and Kyrie has to miss the game, or maybe there's a scuffle and there's suspensions going out. I think we can sneak something there, but I don't love our chances, but I'm intrigued.
All right, last thing. You're not a LeBron guy, right?
You're fraud. I love him.
Yeah.
love
Yeah. Yeah.
What is there not to love? What is there not to love about the man?
Oh,
He
he's
hates
the
him. He
worst.
hates him.
He's the
He hates him.
absolute worst. I can't stand him.
That's crazy, man.
When we
I've
first
never,
started,
I've never seen so much disrespect for a player that's one of the best scorers in league history, one of the best passers in league history, one of the best rebounders in league history, one of the best leaders in league history. I don't know what is there not to like about this?
I've always said he's the greatest, like
athlete.
pure physical specimen to ever play a sport.
Absolutely.
But he's not the best basketball player to ever play, and I can't stand him.
So you're a Jordan guy?
Yeah.
Well,
not really though.
Putting the,
not
putting
really.
the pieces together.
Not really though. Like I don't sit there and like, oh, Jordan. I don't do
How
that.
was LeBron? How was LeBron not your? Is LeBron your easy number 2?
No, I think Durant's been better. Durant's the better player.
At what? At 2K?
No.
Basketball. Better at what?
At real life basketball.
How?
What do you mean? He's the greatest like pure scorer ever.
That's it.
Yeah, but that's the game. You score points.
Who has KD ever made better in his career?
I think the Warriors got better when he was there.
He didn't make any players in the Warriors better. He made the team better because he's KD.
I think Durant's very unselfish.
I'm not saying KD's a selfish player, but
I don't think he's ever been a type of guy like, oh, I won't pass the ball. Like
no, nothing. That's not what I'm trying to say. That's not what I'm trying to say. But there's things about the great of the greats that no matter what caliber of players they have around them, they make them better. Like even Jordan in Chicago. I mean, Scotty was a talented rookie, but he elevates Scotty.
I don't think LeBron makes his teammates better.
What?
I think he makes his teammates worse. Look at Brandon Ingram.
Tristan Thompson got paid $84 million.
Yeah, but he shouldn't have never gotten that money. LeBron. That's actually a detriment on LeBron. LeBron demanded he got paid that money, and then he cried that he didn't have any help.
Wow, Tristan Thompson got paid $84 million. They're about to give Dellavedova the keys to Australia.
Yeah, but that's LeBron's fault. He's like, you got to pay these guys. You got to pay these guys.
Like his career was revived. What do you mean doesn't make anyone better?
He doesn't. Look at what happened to Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram's gonna play now.
I mean, you can say Brandon Ingram, but Brandon Ingram grew into his own. Brandon Ingram needed to have the LeBron role. If you need to have the LeBron role, playing with LeBron you're not gonna get better doing that.
Kevin Love fell off a fucking cliff.
Well, Kevin Love also got his arm ripped out of his socket by your team, Kelly Olynyk, when he was playing good basketball that year, and they should have won the finals if he was still there.
Yeah, but
Minnesota
Kevin Love was a different animal.
But
he's like, we got to turn Kevin Love into a shooter. We don't want him rebounding anymore.
Before that injury, he was playing pretty well with the Cavs, and even after he was playing pretty well. I mean, the finals run, he did his job. Average 19-10, shot like about 38% from three. I don't think there's not many better leaders in the business than LeBron, man. There's not. And
I hate him.
I like that. Leader.
There's not many better leaders in the business. And if you're talking about pure basketball player, I mean, I'm not even a stat guy. I'm not a stat guy. But if you're gonna end your career top 10, top 5 in points, top 10, top 5 in assists, I mean, who else is there?
Well, the ball's always in his hands too. It's like the people that say, "Oh, Westbrook's this great passer." Well, the ball's in his hands 80% of the time.
You're deluded, man.
Yeah,
So you're a Westbrook guy too?
Westbrook's one of the best players.
Oh my god,
West is it, bro. West is it.
He's like the biggest cancer in NBA history.
Cancer.
Oh yeah.
He's definitely a little bit tough, like maybe in the locker rooms there. Yeah,
that ain't his problem. It's his awareness on the court.
I think Russ is really, 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 really great.
Ugh.
He's had. I
mean, when you're literally averaging triple doubles, like
he's only thing about Russ I can't defend him is that when in the playoffs he's just been horrible. He's just been absolutely horrible
because he has no IQ. He just does the dumb shit. Like here,
I don't know what exactly it is in the playoffs, but bro, there's something to be said about a dude that can let's not bring up even the first finals run with him and KD. I mean, Russ was just as much as a dog as KD. If you want to go to 2016 when they blew that 3-1 lead, Russ was playing better than KD.
Oh,
KD games. You want to bring up KD's stats game 5 through 7?
Well, he's the only guy that can shoot.
Oh my God! I wish. See, this is why I wish I was at my setup so I can go to Basketball Reference and get all these stats. Because KD was the guy that.
We could bring up how Kevin Durant just consistently outperforms LeBron every time they play in the playoffs. We could bring that up. Every time they're on the court together, Durant's the best guy, and they're like, "Oh, well, LeBron's still the best player." Well, every time they're on the court together,
did the 2012 finals? Did the 2012 finals just not happen?
Which finals?
You want to bring up the 2012 finals? That just didn't happen. We're just not
like 21 years old.
We're just not. Oh, okay. Bad excuse. Then we're gonna slide.
How's that an excuse?
No. It's okay. No, it's okay. I had to hear it. Then we're gonna slide to 2017, 2018 finals, when literally I know you've seen this in real time. KD would come down the court and they would scatter the three to get Clay and Steph and let him dunk the ball. I'm pretty sure KD had like 15 points a game that series off of just slam dunks. Now he was playing very well.
What's the problem with that?
No. He was playing very well. And I will say he was playing better than LeBron. But in my humble opinion, when LeBron second best scorer is Cedi Osman and
that's
KD's
his fault.
KD's second best scorer is Steph and or Clay, it's kind of going to be easier for the dude.
That's LeBron's fault. This is the player movement. Whoever your teammates are, you entered that situation. I have no sympathy for that.
You're one of them guys. You're one of them guys like the front office doesn't exist when LeBron's there. You're one of them guys, huh?
Well, it's true. He's like J.R. Smith, give him the bag. Why not?
It's LeBron's fault, but I think you've seen what was the assistant GM of the Cavs recently? His quote, he said that this front office is a shit show. It's been.
Don't sign with the Cavs then. This is the player empowerment movement.
He went back home and got his team a ring. How many guys is gonna do that?
That's the problem I have.
How many guys gonna do that?
Oh, LeBron's this hero, but like at the same time, all the Cavs are at fault here too.
The Cavs are 100% at fault.
Don't sign with them then.
You signed. First of all, all right. There were a lot of bad contracts. They were there to help LeBron. There were a lot of bad contracts. You go in a rebuild mode.
What about when he's like, "Oh, we gotta throw the bag at Tim Mozgov. We need him." What?
Did you not see how well he played in 2015 finals?
But then at the same time, it's like, well, we don't have any help.
They don't have any help, and he was the second best player in the 2015 finals. You have to do that. Timothy Mozgov was literally a dog. LeBron would just throw it up to him in the post, and he was killing him. I know you were seeing that. It was 2 eyes. Timothy Mozgov was. Look at this. He was. I was a Mozgov guy.
Oh, Mozgov's good, but we don't have any help, and then we got to throw the bag at him. It's just a circle. It's just a never-ending circle.
The thing. Nah. See, I see where you're coming from, but it's like the thing with LeBron, right? He really never did have any help. Like he never had any help. So when there was a guy that showed how much help did he have when the chips were down in Cleveland? Besides 20.
That's his fault. It's player empowerment. He went to Miami. He don't need to go there.
He has two rings in Cleveland. If Kevin Love doesn't get his arm ripped out of his socket by Kelly Olynyk, and Kyrie doesn't have a win lead, they win 20. They go back to back if they don't get hurt. So that's false.
It happens. The Warriors don't get hurt. They beat the Raptors in that finals.
That's very true. That's very true.
That happens.
That's very true. But this is the thing though. LeBron's help over the years was, you can't even deny it, has been so weak. Besides from being in Miami,
he's had plenty of help.
Besides being in Miami,
and I don't blame him for going to Miami. That great. Go ahead. Go get all the help you want.
What I'm saying is, after he left Miami, his help has been so inconsistent and so weak that when there's one guy that's like doing something right, they gotta like no, save him, please, because this guy gets absolutely no help.
My favorite thing is the LeBron fans already hate Anthony Davis.
Yeah,
they already hate him. It's just perfect.
I'm not trying to put myself on.
He doesn't have any help, but he signed with the Lakers, and this is exactly what he wanted. But he doesn't have any help.
A lot of LeBron fans don't really understand basketball. The only team I really will say he didn't have help on was the Cavs. Both times. Aside for 2 years. Aside from 2 years with the Cavs, he's had help.
Like, I just don't understand this narrative where we blame people for like seeking better options. Like I love the fact that Durant went to the Warriors. Good for LeBron. Go ahead, sign with Miami. I don't care. Like
I don't love it. I don't love it. It's the game now. I don't love it at all. Only reason why I don't love it is, oh my God. Like as an athlete myself, I couldn't see myself losing to a team my division, a rival, and just being like, I'm gonna go play.
Oh, I would do it.
I think I had to go with Manny on this one. I don't know if I could do that. Like, it
I'm
would drive me to be like, I
competitive.
want to beat those guys.
It would even what LeBron did. Like honestly, if you were, I was the biggest LeBron fan on me when he did the decision. I forget what his options were. I think I wanted him to go to, was it New York? I wanted him to go somewhere else that wasn't my.
But if he never did that, the Cavs would never have the titles. Like
no,
them tanking all those years.
Absolutely, that's big facts. But I'm not a big fan of the guys joining forces in super teams, and obviously you can say super teams have been around for a long time, which they have. But the way that they get put together now, I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan. I'm a guy that I would have loved.
You're a soccer fan. They do that all the time in soccer.
That's why I hate Man City. I love Liverpool. Liverpool won the Champions League with a $63 million budget. That's why I love my team.
Okay.
Going forward, I would have loved to see Kawhi go to Toronto. Stay in Toronto and stick it out there. Instead, he goes to LA with PG, and they have all these commercials, and he's the king of LA now. And I'm not a fan of that shit, man.
My favorite thing is the people that hate Durant. Like, would you want him to stay in Oklahoma City? Like, what do they have with TGI Fridays there?
Absolutely. How do you not stay in OKC when you're one game away from making the finals?
California, TJ Fridays.
He's 1 game away from making the finals. They probably beat the Cavs that year because of the injuries the Cavs were having, and you bounce.
And he was drafted by Seattle. They moved the franchise on him. They trade James Harden for nothing.
That was dumb.
He doesn't know them anything.
He doesn't. He doesn't. I think he could have stuck it out a couple more years with Russ, maybe 2-3 more years.
Like, if they would have never traded Harden and paid the luxury tax, I would have saw an argument for it. But the second they traded Harden, they're like, yeah, we're not going to pay the tax. Fuck you guys. Like, I want to win.
No, right. Yeah, I'm not too mad at KD for leaving OKC. Period. I understand where he was coming from, and you could see the disconnect between him and Russ starting like before 2016, before that debacle. I just had a problem with him going to the team that just came back 3-1 on you, bro. Like, what? I don't know. What makes your hair stand up? Like, what competitive drive do you have? I could never do it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just different. I could never do it. Even if I'm playing fives in the court and we lose, and the next team, and say the team that beat us in fives, one of their players leaves, I'm not playing with y'all. All right. I'm getting my 5 guys off the side. We're gonna bust your ass. I'm not like I don't know. It's just how I am. So I can't agree with it.
All right. Do we have any other closing thoughts? We'll wrap this up. It's been about an hour or so. Any closing thoughts, Manny? Producer Alex?
Nah, man. It's been a pleasure to be on, man. Shoot the shit. Very, very relaxed show. I feel like I'm moving up in the world. I'm a guest on someone else's show. So I appreciate the opportunity to come on and talk my shit.
All right. Well, maybe I'll have to drive down and get an invite to the All Day Everyday show, but I don't know if that's on the table. I might not be good enough for that show.
You're gonna have to clear that with David Jacobs, man. Not my humble abode.
Okay. All right, producer Alex. Anything else?
All day, every day. To the moon.
Yeah, what's with the?
Love it, bro. Shoot the hours at these kids. They don't know.
Okay. All right. Manny, I don't even know your Twitter, so you're gonna have to say that one.
Twitter's at Mookie. Everything else is all day, every day pod, man. Don't even follow my personal. Follow the podcast. Follow it. You're on a mission.
Like
man.
that.
It's only one thing I'm focused on.
All right.
One team, one goal.
Yeah. Producer Alex in the booth. Make sure to follow him all day. AJ27. Myself, Trey Dalbert. Same thing for the TikTok, Trey Dalbert. That's some cheese minus the E for Twitter. _ that's some cheese for the Instagram. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube, and we will see you next time.